there, but it also can just simply be a straight fixed percent as well.
Okay.
And they're always second priority or first priority?
That depends. Most of the time, they are going to be a junior position to the primary debt. Okay? Primary debt's going to get paid first, then they're going to get paid second. Thus, part of the reason why they're going to have the higher overall cost.
So basically, it's like a second mortgage.
It's like a second mortgage, but these second mortgage, this particular type of second mortgage has a few more rights and privileges assigned to it than your traditional second mortgage.
Because you have to treat it like an equity.
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
Could the owner of the land be in the mezzanine position on the land?
Yes. Okay. All right, now, if we sort of wanted to figure out what is our cost of borrowing, okay? Obviously, over here, if our debt is 5%, our effective cost of borrowing just on the debt is what? 5%. And if we said that our equity was also a 20% cost over here, we could do what? We could do kind of a blended average and figure out what the overall sort of capital structure would tell us that our project needs to yield. Kind of, this is like sort of looking in reverse on the leverage side and sort of saying, okay, we know what our loan to value is, we know what our cost of debt is, we know what our equity percentage is, and we know what the return on equity is. Now we need to figure out what does the project need to yield overall in order to pay for itself. Does that make sense? Working in reverse. So in this case, real simply, it would be the 5% times 75% plus 20% times 25% to give us our overall rate of return. So in this case, this would be 3.75. And this would be 5. Or total project return would need to be 8.75. Does that make sense?
And that's just to break even.
That's just a break even. Well, break even, but not necessarily in a bad way, because we're giving ourselves the rate of return that we want to get. Okay?
Oh, we are the equity.
Yeah, we are the equity.
Okay, got it.
Okay? So one
How would
sense,
we like your hurdle rate?
it would be, yeah, applying our hurdle rate to it.
Okay.
Okay? Now, on this side, over here, during the same sort of process, all we're going to do is we're going to add in, now the mezzanine piece in this, just add one more little thing to this. So it's going to be 5% times, in this case, 70%, plus the mezzanine piece is going to be, our cost is going to be 10% times 20% for the mezz. So this is our debt, mezz, and then our equity is going to be 5%, I'm sorry, or it's going to be 20% times 10%. Okay? All right, so doing the math. So this is 3.5. This is 2. 20. And this is 2. Okay, so totaled up, it'd be 4 plus 3.5, 7.5%. Okay, so what that's done is by using that mezz, we have decreased the overall, well, the overall cost or the overall return that we would need to generate on the project, because we have reduced our debt a little bit, which kind of hurt us, but the part where we picked up is we also reduced our equity dramatically, which was our priciest piece of this, and replaced that with mezz financing. So overall, that means for the same project, we would only have to get a 7.5% overall rate of return in order to be satisfied.
So anything, if you then run the cash flows and all that, and is above 7.5%, that's a windfall.
Yes.
And how do you call that, this number, a 7.5?
Well, that'd be the overall project rate of return,
Without mess.
or the required overall project rate of return, or the overall sort of cost of capital. In essence, this another way of, in finance terms, they call it the weighted average cost of capital, WACC. Okay, same thing. Now we could also, if we wanted to just look at just the piece, the debt piece, and say, what is our debt piece costing us, meaning the debt plus the mezzanine, then what we would do, well, no, well, maybe, is just the debt piece would be 5% times 70% plus 10% times 20, so that's going to be 2, and that's going to be, what was it, 3.5? 3.5? Oops. Ah. That is not, that's going to give us 5.5, but that is not, let me think about this for a second. No. Okay, that is going to be the proportional amount of the cost of debt, but not the actual cost of debt. Your actual cost of debt is going to be, you're going to need to take that amount, the 5.5 that we get over here, and then divide that by
90%?
90%. Yeah. 5.5 divided by 90, so it'll give us 6.11% as our actual cost of debt in proportional terms.
So this, I mean, this is kind of like, I mean, is this accurate, or is this like a back of the napkin?
Well, this, okay, this one is, to a certain extent, the back of the napkin because this is looking at it as interest-only debt. We're not taking into consideration the impact of principal payments. This is strictly looking at it as interest-only, and it's also looking at it on a before-tax basis, not an after-tax basis.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Moving forward. All right, so I think we're ready for the quiz.
How do you call the 611? The other one was the WACC.
Yeah, this would be your actual cost of debt, your effective cost of debt, combined cost of debt. Yep.
Can you just recap calculations up top?
I'm sorry, what?
The calculations up top. Right where you had the
Debt, mezzanine, and
mezzanine,
equity?
Yes.
Okay, so you're taking the 5% times the 70% to get your cost of debt, or your proportional cost of debt. For the mezzanine, the 10% times the 20%, and then the equity, 20% times the 10%. Adding those three up give you a blended overall weighted average cost of capital of 7.5. Okay.
many we have?